Hi, I'm Riley Helson with Game Creek Video. We're going to give you a tour of the production truck here where the games are broadcast for the Mets on SNY. This is the production area of the truck. Greg Picker is our producer for the show. Bill Webb is our director today. This is where they sit and where they're actually calling the game. So you're looking here at the production monitor wall. This is where we see all of our sources, all our tape machines, all our cameras. Everything comes into here and allows the production team here to decide what's on air, what's going to be on air next, and what decisions are made for the broadcast for what everybody sees at home. Moving along here, this is actually where our score bug is generated. So anything in this backbench here is graphics space. All the stats that you see that come through on players in the game or general stats about the game itself are generated here on this machine. Moving this way, this is actually the replay area of the truck. Every instant replay that you see, bumpers, all video that comes from breaks, scenic shots of the city, that's all generated from here. Continuing on through here to the back side of the truck, this is actually the engineering area here. So this is where most of my job entails. This is really the brain of the truck, technically.
My name is Ray McDonough, and I'm a camera operator, a robotic camera operator for the Mets home show. And basically, this is the robotic world in here. We have 4 cameras, bullpen camera. You know, you can pan. You have a joystick, just like when you were a kid and you played games, video games. We have joysticks and zoom. You can zoom it, and we can focus. And the joystick moves it around. We can go anywhere we need to go. We can come over here and shoot in the bullpen, as you can see. That's a pretty common shot that you'll see off of this camera.
Well, Henry Mejia is up in the Mets bullpen.
The roof camera is the definitive look at the strike zone, whether or not the ball is inside or out, inside corner or outside corner. So during the game, we lock it off right there. Obviously, over here we have the booth camera, which shoots Gary, Ron, and Keith. That's pretty simple. We just keep our eye on that one. And then over here we have the Mets dugout camera. On a home run, we'll follow the guy right in on the dugout and down and into the dugout.
Hi, I'm Ed Ryan. I'm the tech manager for the SNY broadcast of Mets games out here at Citi Field. And this is our audio room in the truck. We do about 125 broadcasts a year for SNY. Here's some fun facts about our production. We have 38 people on our crew, technical and production. Our TV truck, amazing, is 53 feet long and weighs about 80,000 pounds. We have 14 cameras on our show. We have 2 handhelds, 8 hard cameras, and 4 robotics. Our cameras are at various positions around the ballpark. We have them at high home, up by our broadcast booth, at high first, high third. We have low first and low third next to the dugouts. We have 2 in center field to capture the batter's box in the strike zone. And we have robotics on the roof, in the booth, and in the bullpen. We have a comprehensive audio package here at Citi Field to record the sounds of the game. Anywhere between 12 and 15 microphones placed strategically around the field, in the outfield, along the foul lines, near the dugouts, to capture the sounds that you hear at home.
Hi, my name is John DeMarsico. I'm an associate producer at SNY. I am in charge of all of the on-air graphics that you see on the air. So this is the Chiron machine. This is generates all the graphics that we have pre-built and we build on the fly. So I call up a page. This is the Mets defense. So I can fly this down here. If you look over here, it animates the outfield. I can change it, brings up the infield, and the pitcher catcher. Flies it off. Anything Gary, Keith, and Ron are talking about during the course of the game, I back them up. So if they're talking about David Wright, he's killed lefties this year. I can call up David Wright. His lefty-righty split, sitting 367 versus lefties. Send that down, it can go on the air.
My name is Greg Picker. I'm the senior coordinating producer here at SNY for our Mets coverage. I've been with SNY for 9 years. Prior to that, I was at USA Network and ESPN. So from a responsibility standpoint, my daily chores include really shaping the broadcast thematically, working with our associate producer and associate director, figuring out what kind of content we're going to employ on a given broadcast, and then working extremely closely with the announcers during the course of pre-production and obviously during the broadcast.
One of these days we have to trade places. I'll go down to the front row and you guys can stay up here.
That sounds great.
I think probably the single biggest kick that I get out of what we do is when we do things that are unique and different for us and maybe even among people who are covering baseball. Whether it's moving Gary, Keith, and Ron out of their traditional perch in the broadcast booth and putting them in the Pepsi porch or putting them in center field by the Shea Bridge and showing off the ballpark here at Citi Field and giving them a different perspective on the game that they're watching. So those are the things that I get a big kick out of, and challenging ourselves as a group and introducing new and different, unique things for the fans and for the viewers that they come back and hopefully appreciate and enjoy.
Roll Y, drag Y.
And a pleasant good evening, everybody, and welcome to Citi Field. Gary Cohen, Ron Darling, Keith Hernandez with you tonight as the Mets play the middle game of their series against the Rockies. The Mets won last night.